This is a very important forum for our country and our region. And the University of West Indies is very, very pleased to be a part of the leadership of this forum. Our mission at UWI is to propel the development of Caribbean societies. And the university must play a pivotal role in terms of bringing new thought to the development of our region. So this is something that we ought to be centrally engaged in, and I'm very pleased that we're part of this. The last decade has seen new challenges emerge, including challenges, for example, of the issues of health, infectious disease, the problems that we face with human migration, for example. In fact, we're living in a world, a globalized world, where we don't even know what the challenges of tomorrow would be. But I think what we are trying to do here is to put on our lenses and critical thought to kind of shape a vision for a Caribbean. But I would say the problems of the environment are huge problems, for example. The problems of trade and industry, the problems of poverty and inequality, the challenges of energy and creating sustainable forms of energy production, energy conservation. These, to my mind, are some of the major issues, and they all relate to what is called sustainable development issues. Yes, I think the key here is for us to think outside of the box, to come up with new ideas that can lead to action for taking our country and region towards a more sustainable development perspective. And yes, the forum, to my mind, accurately defines what we want the outcomes to be. So, yes, I think the academics bring a critical role to play here, because they will lay, to my mind, the platform for disruptive thinking, and that can lead to bold action. Now, it's the bold action part where I think we need policymakers rather than academics. Academics can support them. So in terms of shaping vision, shaping direction and policy, academics can play a very important role. We have done that over the years. The University of West Indies has done that for our region. But in going forward, in terms of action, this is where we need our policymakers, we need our private sector, we need other groups to join. The Caribbean region has not always been short about creative thought. I think our biggest challenge has been with converting thought into action. In your thinking, but not young people. The challenge has been that in more recent times than in the past, leaders were not prepared to listen to young people, or for that matter to anyone who had some creative idea that appeared, as I use the word, far-fetched or even disruptive. We probably describe them in words that are not very complimentary. Let me say that today we need to pay close attention to these kinds of disruptive problem solving, and you can get a lot of that out of young people. We need to be attentive. We need to listen to what they say. We need to distill what they say, and then we need to shape their ideas into solutions that could be made more practical and realistic. But the first step is to listen to them very, very carefully as to what they say, and do not be dismissive. Well, I think because we are a gathering of essentially island states, and in particular small island states, the issue of sustainable development is the big issue. And I would add the expansion of the CARICOM framework to go beyond the English-speaking Caribbean to include our brothers and sisters from the French, the Dutch, and the Spanish-speaking islands. But the sustainable development issues of the day are, of course, the big one will be the issues of and the impacts of climate change, how we can ameliorate some of the challenges we face with extreme climatic events, and we are in a very vulnerable part of the world with hurricanes. We've seen the devastation it has brought in the region over the years, especially in our islands like St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, the impacts of flooding, the volcanic activity in Montserrat, seismic activities in the region, the issues of water, drought. I think these are the big issues, the issues of the sea, issues of agriculture, the issues of food. When we think that this region is importing 4 to 6 billion US dollars worth of food, huge. The challenges of poverty, the distribution of wealth, inequities in the system. That's another big issue for our region. Absolutely. One of the challenges that we have faced in our own national or regional circumstances has been one about building consensus for action. When the stakeholders, or all our stakeholders, are not involved in creative thought, in developing a vision for a country or for a society, then when it comes to action, you get real challenges. So I think by bringing these stakeholders together, not only are we going to get new ideas from different perspectives, perspectives of a businessman, the perspectives of a consumer, the perspectives of an industrialist, the perspective of an environmentalist. But if we all agree that our primary reason for coming together is to shape a new developmental thinking, then hopefully by engaging people, you can build a consensus for future action. So I feel that the organizers, and that includes us, we've done the right thing to bring them here. The key is to get an opportunity to listen to them, to hear their perspectives. And this is the usual challenges that you face in a forum like this. But I think we need to listen. My only hope is that yes, we have to have faith that we can develop a new, somewhat different future that ensures sustainable growth, progress, and development for our region. We have to live in some hope that we can do things differently to shape this different future. So yes, I have to be optimistic. But change does not come overnight. But change will only happen if first you have a vision. A vision for what you want this region to be. What should it be? Where should our people be in 30 years? If you have that vision, then what does it take for us to move from where we are today to getting there? Understanding in that process of transformation that you're going to have obstacles in the path. You will have new events, new interruptions in the path, because the world is such an unpredictable place. But while you can navigate those obstacles, those new challenges, you must stay the course for wanting to create a better future for our people. You've got to stay the course. We have to stay the course. Our leaders have to stay the course. A longer course than just 5 years. I think I've answered that before. Really, we need to harness all our human capital to bring creativity to this process of shaping a future. So, members of civil society, from our NGOs, these are the people on the ground. We need to hear from them. We need to engage them. We need to listen to them. And hopefully distill some of the thought that they're bringing, which could lead to new thinking vision, policy, action.